Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl Show, and today we are ranking Jaquel J's Delgatoverse series. Now, you might be wondering why I'm wearing a Merry Christmas kind of dress onesie thingy. It's just because I feel like it, and fuck it, because this my shit. That's what y'all would say. But I want to preface by saying every single one of these series or standalone books are all at least 4.5 stars to me. So technically, if they end up in the end, just know it's not because it's a bad book. It's just because there's some good ass books in this damn series. And it's just that simple. Now, I'm not rating each individual book for, say, like, Capadonna has 1, 2, 2.5. I'm not doing that. It's just Capadonna by itself, Capri by itself, Corsine by itself, etc., etc. So, first, holding the number one spot, I honestly got to say Capri series in this whole Delgatoland is supreme. And honestly, I think it is the most important of the series. If Capri's books vanished, there would be too much missing. Like, Ja did so much in Capri's books. Now, granted, it's also the longest series within the grand series, but it's really that good. I love all the different people that were introduced to, the conflict, the entertainment, the bang bang, okay, the da da da. Okay, if you listen to the damn audiobooks, Capri's series is number one. I don't think that any of the other books are more important than hers. Now, this is why number two is Cappy's. Capadonna's books are here because I told you already, Capadonna's series is all 5 stars. He's the only series that is not a standalone book by itself that I gave entirely 5 stars. And that's because him and Elias' story, everything with, her brother, and all the other horrible people in the series was so good. Ace and everybody involved. I mean, then we got Amy and Capella. I mean, obviously we get that in Capri's series too, which is why I love the series so much. There really are so many good stories being told, so many different paths being addressed in any of these different books, any of these different miniseries, to be honest. Like, it's just that damn good. But Cappy is number 2. That's honestly, I feel like Capadonna is really like my book bestie. Like, if I had a Capadonna in my life, I mean, we would be like this. That would be my nigga. Like, wholehearted friend. I love me some Capadonna. Number 3 is Capone. I've already said how much I love Capone. That's my man. I love him very deeply. Obviously, the foundation of the whole thing, which is why I give him number 3, is because you have to enjoy Capone's books in order to fall in love with the rest of the series. Like, I started out reading this series with reading 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. I read that as a standalone because people said it was a standalone, which I still enjoyed it without the context of everything. I did. But it was much better with the context. Now, after reading that individual book and then going back to Capone's series, if I didn't enjoy Capone's series, I wouldn't have continued. And that's exactly why it's that damn good. I mean, obviously you get introduced to so many long-standing characters. I mean, who knew that some people was going to be lasting as long as they did, even though I thought they was going to get gone in Capone's series. But hey, Tasha Ella, all these different people that are introduced to you, some of them carry, some of them die. A lot of them deserve to die. But, it just, Capone's series was so good. It's just that, honestly, the 2 above, they just matter so much more. At least Capri's matters so much more plot-wise. I think Capadonna's is just like a build-upon of Capone, which makes sense because that's how she situated the characters to begin with. All right, coming in at number 4, which, let me just reiterate, all of these are 4.5 stars at least. Some of these are 5 stars, easy, but all of them are at least 4.5 stars. Coming in at number 4, I'm giving it to Goon. Heart of a Goon, I'm giving it number 4 because, oh my goodness, I didn't expect so much. Like, I was actually spoiled of the ending in Heart of a Goon. I don't care too much about a spoiler. It didn't bother me. It didn't hurt the series for me. I was spoiled on accident. It is what it is. But that being spoiled to the end of the series, to the end of that book, would have never told me anything else that happened within Goon. And honestly, the things you find out about Zoya, the things you find out about her background, I mean, that in itself took me out. Realizing how similar her and Menace's mannerisms and kind of ticks are. Oh my goodness, I loved exploring that. I loved exploring their relationship. The daddy-daughter, so much. Number 5, I'm giving it to Qasim because it's a three book and it's heavy, but I also think it's necessary. Qasim's books are just as necessary as Capri's, but Capri's are, I think, plot-wise is where that's a turning point of the series for me. Qasim is very good and it gets us where we are now, and it's heavy, which I like. I have no issue with any other things. But I don't enjoy Blair's and Qasim's story as much as I do some of the others. So that's why it's there. It's like, I understand. I appreciate it. I'm glad they ended up with their Heya, even though, there were many a time where realistically, maybe they didn't need their Heya. But hey, they came together, they got shit done, they got through some shit. I love that for them. And especially, I love that they added more context to Qasim and Qamir's parents. That was beautiful in these books. I love that. Number 6 is 10,000 Hours. Now, the reason why Menace is so low, even though it's a 5-star book, is because I don't think that it is as necessary or as important to the main stories as some of these other ones. So that's why it's here. Like, it's still an amazing book. It's still a 5-star read. I love Skylar and Core and relationship, but Wonder and Menace's story a lot more than Qasim and Blair's story. But I just think that plot wise, it's like Menace's book is a fun book, but it's not as plotty as the other ones. So I think that's why I put it here, which is also the same reason why I put Dawn's book. Dawn is last for now. And Dawn comes in at number 7, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad book because I loved the hell out of Dawn's book. And I love Dawn. I love Landon. There were some things, especially in the beginning, that I didn't like about him, or it was just his tendencies. But I understood it because he was a young person, which is why I liked him and Navy's story, because it was 2 young people really coming together that were exploring different things. I loved Navy's autonomy, okay? I loved it. I loved seeing that and reading it. Like, it was beautiful. Their relationship, top, amazing, easy, honestly, in comparison to some of the other relationships that we've seen in this series. I really enjoyed it. But like, same with his brother's book, Menace, I think it just was less plotty. And that's why it's here, because it's a very fun book. It's a very good book. It's a very lovey-dovey book, honestly. It's way more lovey-dovey than Menace's, but still kind of in that spot because it's not, it's like I'm here for the ride. It's kind of the feel of it, which I enjoy the ride and it's still a good ride, but it's not super, it's not pulling the story of Delgatoland in its totality forward as some of these other books or series. So that's why it's there. But that's my ranking. Honestly, I'd love to see your ranking and love to see how y'all feel about some of these individual or smaller series books. So let me know down in the comments. And honestly, I cannot wait for Heart of a Goon 2. I cannot wait for XO Unlawfully Yours. Whatever other books she might be giving us that'll end out this series, I cannot wait for it. I'm excited for it because this was a good ass series. Like I said, every single book is 4.5 stars or higher. There is not a book in here that is less than that. All of these books were written with Ja's entire chest. And hey, I feel like I'm better for it by reading her series because it was not my first introduction to Ja. I read some of her other books before this series and before reading Menace's book, but this really is kind of like Ja's bread and butter, and it feels so good reading this. I'm currently reading Staten Island series, and I'm excited to kind of continue that and get the backstories of the different older families because, oh man, they way more dramatic in those, not gonna lie to y'all. But these right here, honestly, really damn good. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging on. Peace out. Staten Island.